Today we're heading out to watch my younger son Nate play in a summer basketball league, and we're going to try to collect some data so that we can create some new charts and graphs today. So we'll get some quick video on that. We'll see you in a little while.
Back. All right, that's you're right there.
Nice pass.
Oh, he moved up to JV soccer.
Yeah, and I heard he was really good. They liked him, the kids.
It may not have appeared to be a great game based on my videos, but it turned out to be very exciting. My son Nathan hit a 3 at the end of the game that put them within 3 after they were down 16 points. They wound up losing by 4, but in the end, it was really fun. Well, what I'm going to look at is a couple different things. First is the number of 3-point field goals attempted. So I collected some data. Here's the numbers from what I had, my count, watching the game. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to create something called a dot plot. Dot plot, it's real simple. It's used with small amounts of data. And the reason is because it's real easy to draw. And you get a quick look at what a distribution is. A distribution is this right here, the number of 3-point field goals attempted. So what we're looking at here is, all right, well, how many zeros were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're going to use a dot. We're just going to draw a dot in there to represent each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. After that, there were 2 1s. 1, 2. There were 0 2s. 1 3. 1 4. 2 5s. 1 6. 1 7. After I do this, I always count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 just to make sure I have the right amount of data. So there were 13 players. 5 of them took 0 3-pointers. 2 of them took 1. 1 person took 3, 1 took 4, and so on. This happened to be my son down here. He is a gunner. He took 7 3-pointers. So that's one quick way to look at data using a box plot. Now from there we can tell quickly what was the largest amount of attempts was 0. And you can tell how spread out they are, the difference between them. There's a lot you can find quickly. You find the middle quickly. A lot of things you can do just by creating a dot plot, and then quickly you get an idea of what the distribution looks like. The next type of graph we're going to do is going to be a stem and leaf plot. Some of you may have drawn stem and leaf plots before, but I'm going to show you quickly. There are quite a few things that you need to know about stem and leaf plots that can happen along the way. All graphs should have a title here. Every graph should be able to stand alone. Anyone can walk in at any time, look at this, and understand what it represents. With a stem and leaf plot, there's a few other things you need. Number one, what you do is you draw a line right down the middle of your page to separate your stem from your leaf. Our stem is going to be the first digit of each number in this case. These could be decimals, they could be hundreds, it could be a lot of different things. In this case, we're going to use a 0, 1, 2, and 3. I think it's easy drawing with this, right? That doesn't look like a 3 to me. But what I'm going to do is just quickly erase that. I'll try and draw these a little bit better for us. Let's go back in here. Let's go 1, 2, 3. I'm getting better. As I go along, I'll become better at this. So how many single digits are there? There's just a 9. Then we go through. All right, we have a 4. We have an 8. And we have a 7. These have to be ordered. Now, the easiest thing to do is to draw 2 stem and leaf plots. One ordered, one not ordered. But for my purposes here, I'm not going to do that because it takes so long to draw them on here. Then I have 20, 21, 23, 24, and 28. Then I have 30, 30. You put both zeros there. I have 30, 30, and 36. Again, I would count to make sure I have everyone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm missing 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There it is right there. 34 I am missing. It's easy to do when you don't draw 2. That's usually why I would draw 2 of them automatically, because it's easy to miss one. I have 34 and I have 36. So a stem and leaf plot, there's one real important thing you have to write. It's called a key. And what a key does, it allows a person to know what these numbers represent. You can pick any number you want in here, and I can do 1-4, and then I'll say that it equals, and then I show that it equals 14 minutes. In this case, since this says number of minutes played up here, I can just show that it is equal to 14. Every stem and leaf plot must be accompanied by a key. Now, I just messed up my 1. I'll put it in there. There it goes. So that's what it looks like. Now, with stem and leaf plots, there's quite a few things that can happen. Number 1, let's just for all purposes say there was more than 36 minutes in this game. Let's say there was 40, 50, something along those lines. If I had 50 and I had 50 here, I would draw the 40. I don't skip numbers, unless the only time you would do that is if all of a sudden I wanted to come down, and I'm trying to draw a squiggly here. I wanted to come down and drop down quite a few numbers, and let's say that somebody somehow, and this game went in the quadruple overtime, they played 104 minutes. So what I would do is I would draw a little squiggly, and that allows the reader to know that something occurred, that there was a big jump from this number down to this one. And that little squiggly line, which doesn't look really like a squiggly, it looks like this usually when they do it. It's hard to draw with this thing, but I'm getting better. So that's what it does. It allows the person reading the graph to understand that there was a major jump there. There's another type of graph that you may see. It's called a back-to-back stem and leaf plot. Let's say there were female and males, and this is we'll still stick with playing time. Well, what you do in this case is you draw 2 lines down the middle, and then you put your stems in here, and you go out in this direction. Let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 0, 0, and then 4. Now the weird part about this, and I've seen it drawn the other way, but most of the time you still go from low to high like this. 1, 1, 2. You're going away in this direction. So let's say this is 0, 3, 1, something like that. And this is called a back-to-back stem and leaf plot. And you'll see the advantages because then you can compare two things, males and females or whatever it may be. You always want to add your key, no matter what, to this thing. So these are the different types of stem and leaf plots. Rather simple. You've probably seen them before. We're going to use these. We're going to find something called the 5-number summary using stem and leaf plots. And in your calculator, I'm going to show you later on how you can order your data in case you have a larger amount of data. But for now, real quick introduction to box dot plots and stem and leaf plots. Hope you enjoyed this. We'll see you in the next video.